What's up, guys? Episode 12, I believe. In this episode, we are going to go to Forsaken Cainhurst Castle. But first, we need to go get the Cainhurst summons, which is why we're in the Forbidden Woods. I noticed that a bunch of new people have come on board and subscribed lately, so I appreciate that very much. It's cool that people are actually watching these, so if you're new around here, I really appreciate it. I'm coming to the end of Bloodborne soon, so I was hoping to do Demon Souls next, but I don't think that's going to happen because PS5s are proving very difficult to get a hold of. I do not have one pre-ordered, and I was actually in Walmart the other day, and I asked the guy, like, hey, do you have any, are you going to have any PS5s available on launch day, like overstock or whatever, because I'd heard that rumor about Target. I still need to go ask them. But the guy in Walmart was like, yeah, I don't even know if we're going to have the pre-orders for the PS5 pre-orders here. So if they're not even going to have the actual pre-orders in stock, then I'm definitely not going to be getting one if I don't have one pre-ordered. And I also, in my rant, realized that I do not have an antidote out at the moment, but I think we will still be good. This is just a poison swamp down here. If you guys want to explore that poison swamp and all those creepy church giants walking around, feel free, but there's honestly not a ton of the most useful stuff in the world down here. Or, not that it's not useful, it's just gems that I'm not going to be using on this playthrough. There's these super creepy worm guys that still give me the chills. But other than that, we're actually good to bounce out of here. So you're going to want to go in this cave that was somewhat across the way. Let's go ahead and heal up. And you're going to take this ladder that is like 4 miles tall. So, yeah, as I was saying, streaming Demon Souls starting on November 12th is going to be highly unlikely. I don't think that's going to happen. So I was trying to come up with some other options. Some people had mentioned Skyrim maybe. I guess I'm not much of an expert on Skyrim, so, but I guess there's a new mode, or not a new mode, but there's some sort of difficulty I could try on there. I appreciate that very much. Let me grab this guy's name who mentioned that. Let me pull that up real quick. But that's one option. I was thinking maybe I could play The Witcher 3 while I wait for Cyberpunk 2077 to come out. December 10th. Oops, did a little bow. So you guys will definitely recognize where we are at the moment when we go ahead and open this gate. Let's see, that was Vinny the Lost who left that suggestion. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that very much. Any input is definitely appreciated because I'm obviously new at this. But as you see, we're back in Asefka's clinic. But we're not going to go in that way. We're going to go backdoor her. That is what she said. But seriously, I've been watching a lot of Office reruns lately. Going to go down here. Grab. Is an item around the corner? No. So, we're basically going in the back door. But first we got to take out our little friend here. Don't want him to steal our insight, because I went ahead and spent a bunch of insight on fire paper and bolt paper. So I definitely don't want him stealing anything else. Shoot, I was hoping for blue elixirs. No blue elixirs. That's alright. We're just going to have to take him out with some skill. Nice. Always more on the line with those guys because they could steal your... They could swipe your insight. Alright. This ladder's super easy to miss, but it's because it kind of blends in with the wall. But go ahead and take that. Did we miss an item? Is there another item down there? I don't think so. I think it was just that. I don't see anything. I'm going to go across these rooftops here and take out a couple crows. Yeah, I am so pumped for the PS5 though, guys. I saw the second trailer for the Demon Souls remake the other day, the second gameplay trailer. I can't even believe how good this thing looks. I can't even believe, like, I don't know why this fascinated me so much, but there's like an area where there's a cave that you go through, and I couldn't even believe how detailed and crisp the lighting was, and the textures, and just everything looks so smooth and crisp and detailed. Like usually when you go in a cave in a game, everything kind of just looks like washed out because it's dark and hard to see and everything else, but it just looks so clean and crisp, and I just can't even believe how sick this thing looks. I'm not an anti-Xbox person at all or anything like that. I'm just talking about the PS5, I guess, because I'm playing Bloodborne. And I assume if you're watching Bloodborne videos, you probably played it on the PS4, which it was exclusive to. But I might have to look into the Xbox too, because they bought Bethesda, so that means they're, I assume, going to be bringing Fallout and Elder Scrolls 6 whenever it comes out one day with them. So I don't know if they're going to be exclusives or not, but we're going to go check on our friend Isefka, as it were.
God, I'm nauseous. Have you found this?
No, I have not.
I can see things. I knew it. I'm different. I know. Oh, God, it feels awful. Don't you see? It's running.
So, she has obviously taken the good blood, and you're actually going to want to take her out. And she's going to drop another third of the umbilical cord, which we should have 2 at this point. Yep, we got 2 thirds. There's actually 4, even though they're in thirds. There's actually 4 umbilical cords. So that was actually not Isefka. That was imposter Isefka. If you find this backdoor entrance before, I believe the way it works is before you defeat Rom, if you come here, she will actually be, damn it, I swear to God, I go the wrong. It literally takes me 3 tries to go the right way every time I come here, because it looks the same. But if you come here before defeating Rom, oh Jesus Christ. If you come here before defeating Rom, then you will actually fight her. She'll be a hunter NPC. I guess technically not a hunter, but you will take her on NPC battle. And this, I believe lore-wise, this alien is actually Isefka. And see how I don't believe it'll attack you. I'm pretty sure. Or it's very oblivious to you at first. Will she eventually attack you? I don't think she does. Will she? Is she ever aggro? I don't think so. Sorry, Isefka. And also, you'll see, when you take her out, she'll... Oh, well, we can't... So, she drops Isefka's blood vial, but you can only hold... You can only hold one of her blood vials at a time, which we already have one, so... Can you equip one and then pick it up? Nope. Oh, it's worth a shot. Anyway, lore-wise, that was almost positive supposed to be Isefka, and this is a very important item. You're going to want to grab this Cainhurst summons, because that's what is going to let us go to the Forsaken Cainhurst Castle, which is one of the coolest parts of the game, or one of my favorite areas at least. So that's what we're going to do now. Let me show you guys real quick. If you go over to a summons inviting you to Cainhurst, let's look at this thing. An old blood-stained summons inviting an honored guest to the Forsaken Castle Cainhurst. Rather baffling, it is addressed to you. Do not hesitate, the stagecoach leaves from Hemwick Crossing. So, that's obviously referring to Hemwick Shana Lane, so that is where we're going to go. I say obviously, but not really. It's honestly not that easy to find this your first playthrough. I definitely looked it up. I definitely did not find this without use of the internet my first playthrough, so don't feel bad if you missed this the first time around. So now we're going to head over to... We're actually going to go to the Witch's Abode. Yeah, I don't know about... What other games are you guys interested in playing? Demon's Souls Remake? I'm actually a big Ratchet & Clank guy. I can't wait for a Rift Apart. I think that game looks phenomenal. And the way they showed in the demo, just new entire worlds and areas just appearing almost instantaneously was like such a cool way to show off the power of the PS5 and the processing. But I can't wait for Rift Apart. I loved the Clank version that was on the I love the Ratchet and Clank version that was on the PS4. I thought the game was so fun. You know, it's not like it didn't break any barriers or do anything crazy that you've never seen before, but that game was just such plain fun, and you could beat it relatively quickly as well, which is nice. Powerful timing. Good thing I'm pretty over-leveled for this area. Oh, I chickened out. Oh, I chickened out. Close enough. Close enough. We'll take our blood vials back. Alright, from here on out, you can pretty much just run down here, and that kind of tall gravestone, or I don't know if it's technically a gravestone, I guess it is. You're going to want to go kind of hang out, kind of just stand in this general vicinity. There you go, and a cutscene will play. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart. Miles Morales looks cool. What else is there? Immortals: Phoenix Rising, who I think everyone appreciated when it was called Gods and Monsters much more. But what you gonna do? I'm 50-50 on Immortals. I feel like it could be either super generic or it could... Calm down, Alexa. Alexa's giving me a notification. But we're now gonna hop in here real quick before that guy comes and attacks us. Hop in the stagecoach. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone looks at it and says it's just a, you know, Breath of the Wild clone, which I don't totally see that, to be honest. It reminds me more of other types of games, but either way, it looks like one of those games that it might not do anything revolutionary, but it's going to be just plain fun. We'll see. But Cyberpunk is the big one. I think Cyberpunk's going to be huge. I think Cyberpunk is going to be one of those games that crosses into mainstream media. Like, I think your mom is going to know about Cyberpunk. I think it's going to be that big. It's going to be kind of like how Red Dead was a couple years ago. I think it's going to have huge, just like, crossover mainstream appeal. Especially with Keanu being in it. There it is, forsaken Cainhurst Castle. Definitely one of the cooler areas in the game. Maybe the enemies are kind of a little underwhelming, to be honest. But overall, castles are always freaking sweet. Especially in the snow. I recently just played, I don't even remember what it's called at the moment, the Snow Castle area, the DLC in Dark Souls 2. It's like the lamp. I haven't played a ton of Dark Souls 2, so I'm not that familiar with the names. Alright, so we're going to eventually end up to the right over there, but we're first going to want to take a left and take on these enemies, which are a little bit tricky. Go ahead and use some of this bolt and fire paper, because it's fun to coat your weapon in fire, but these guys could be a little tricky. They have odd timing, and they hit really hard. And they are apparently very weak to fire. Oh, shite. Okay, well. Oh, these things freak me out. I feel like I say that quite often. A lot of this game creeps me out. Nice. One shot, kid. Alright, cool. So fire is tremendous versus these things. Nice. Oh, shite. Ooh, right in a little bit dirty there. But man, this thing is tearing these things apart. Blood tinge gem right there if you're going for a blood tinge build. Yeah, blood tinge builds are super fun. My favorite build I've ever done in Bloodborne was a blood tinge / skill build. That was probably my favorite build I ever did. Especially because you could add Simon's Bowblade into the mix, but this area is actually big for blood tinge builds because of the Viad Cainhurst. Let's take this guy out. Alright, getting their timing down a little better. Oh, shite. I think that missed him. Oof, no damage there. That was a nice run. See, these guys drop blood tinge gems. And also, the main weapon, when I did my blood tinge build, the main weapon I actually used... Might get stuck on some stuff here. The main weapon I actually used was the, my concentration ability is so bad. Let's take this guy out, and then I'll talk about that. Oh, the Ludwig's Holy Blade is too OP. Alright, so if you come down here, there, I believe, is maybe a blood gem. But there's also a million of these nasty little worm creatures. I would recommend just running by them, to be honest, and just tanking their damage, because they are a pain in the ass. Just grab that blood gem and then just run out of here, because there's really no need. There's really no reason to sit there and take every one of those things out one by one unless you just really want to, but it's really pretty unnecessary. Alright, take out a couple of these. Let's see if we could draw this guy over, because we don't want to face him. We don't want to face three of them at once. I don't think that one guy moves anyway. That big fat one in the corner, I don't think he actually moves. Cool, you were a less beefy one. Alright, let's see if we can take you out. Alright, got their timing down a lot better now. This guy is so damn creepy. Frenzied cold blood. Sweet, powerful Ludwig's Holy Blade. Frenzied cold blood. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, if you guys have any like suggestions for the channel or anything, feel free to leave them below, because I've only been doing this for like a week and a half now, so any suggestions are more than welcome if I'm doing any noobish things on here. Alright, so there's going to be a bunch of creepy, kind of invisible ladies in here that are, I forget the lore of them, but they're strange sort of maids of the castle or such. Probably something to do with vile bloods. I am curious if you guys are going to be getting the Xbox Series X or the PS5. Let me know below, and let me know what games you guys are going to be playing, or what you're really interested in seeing, or anything like that, or what you're pumped to be picking up. I assume the Xbox Series X is just as difficult to track down right now, but hopefully they have some in stock relatively quickly. So these guys are they're all pretty easy to take out. There's a bunch of them in here. You just kind of have to keep running around until you find them. So if you see what I'm saying, this area is sick because the whole castle theme is always badass, but the enemies are not the most, interesting in the world. But the boss in the area, which you're going to see later, is pretty freaking cool. Yep, no one over there. Although she just hit harder than I assumed she was. If you could hear, my dog's freaking out. Seems like about once an episode. She feels the need to lose her shit at someone outside, but that's alright. She's a good dog. She's just a little erratic. Alright, if you could hear them still, you could hear the witches making this like weird sniffling, kind of crying noise. It means there still are some in here. Possibly on the second floor. Oh, what a noob. Just want to double check that I have the moon rune on. More echoes, sweet. We're going to be getting 2 of the moon runes, the other 2 moon runes, in close to the last level of the game. But the good thing is that moon rune. The good thing is there's a route in that level that. All right, let me see. Nope, don't hear any more of them. So took out them over here. There's a route in that level that gains you a crap load of blood echoes. Not today, buddy. Not today. Alright, I think I cleared this area. Actually running through this fairly quickly. So be careful in here, because the spaces are a little short, and as it's happening to me right now, but a bunch of them might pop up in like the same area. And while you're probably not gonna get taken out by one of them, if like 3 of them hit you at the same time, the damage can stack pretty quickly. Well, that was pretty pathetic on my part. But either way, take them out. Let's see, this should be probably one here. There you are. Shing. Open the chest and grab. Let's see, noble dress. You out. Anyone else in here? Is there another chest at a weird angle in here I didn't see? I don't think so. I think we've 100% cleared this area so far. Cainhurst Castle so far, at least, except those little worms, if you count them. Again, if you want, feel free to take them out, but it's just not very necessary. Let's see, so in here, there's a bunch of these creepy looking things that blend in really well. Not happening today, buddy, but if you see them, you should be okay. It's just they jump out from some freaky locations and try to grab you, and they like suck your blood or some such. So you just have to kind of keep a close eye on them and their blood-sucking ways. To your doom. I think he actually landed down there. It's alright. Go take him out. Can I jump down here and take you out? Let's see. I never tried this. Ah, you're right there. Do I risk doing this and falling off the building? No, I do not, because I don't want to walk. I don't want to have to go all the way back around. I could have gotten him with the plunge attack. Alright, let's see. But I just want to double check I didn't miss an item back at the start. Let's run up this way. Nah, we're good. We're good, son. Take you out. Alright, should have one more friend over here waiting for us. Alright. Not today, buddy. So, there's a kind of a little cool enemy in here. This little guy that very reminiscent. I don't know why it reminds me of like a Middle Ages French musketeer, mini musketeer or swordsman or something. Wow, the Ludwig's Holy Blade takes you apart, doesn't it? That was very unceremonious. That was not very nice. I do feel a little bad about that. Sorry, buddy. Not a good way to go. Alright, I don't believe there's anything in here. Nothing in here. Should have two friends at the end down here. Are they going to jump out and try to get us, or are they just hiding down at the end there? I forgot if there's a third one. Are you just the distractors and then there's another one of you? Shite, I can't remember. Is there a third one of you and you're just trying to distract me? But you could just do this. Oh, that's enough of you. Alright. Executioner's gob. Oh, let's put on the executioner's set, actually. That actually sounds pretty cool. Let's see, where's the executioner's? Executioner's gob. I think this is what... I believe this is what our friend... What's up, buddy? I believe this is what our friend Alfredo wears. Let's see. I don't believe there's a headpiece to it. What am I wearing, by the way? Oh, that's just a blood stain. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, I see. That's a blood stain from earlier. What kind of hat? Grey wolf cap? That's alright. What else we got? Hunter's helm. Alright, so let's put on... That looks ridiculous. Let's put on Gascoigne. It'll do for now. Oh, you know what? I believe goes with... Does this have high arcane damage? I feel like this is... Is this what has high arcane damage that I was thinking of? No, thinking of something else. Alright, anyway. We're actually at this point. Let's see if we can go... Take this. Via blood register. I feel like that has to do with... I'm trying to recall. We're going to grab that shortcut. No! Damn it. You know what? This is actually probably a good spot to go back anyway, because we have 80,000 blood echoes. Actually, you know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to go here. We are going to actually continue our route, because it's unlikely we're actually going to die until we get to the boss area. So we're going to go to the boss area, make our way all the way to the boss. Then, nice, we have one Bold Hunter's Mark left. Then we're going to Bold Hunter's Mark out, and then we are going to spend our blood echoes, and then come out and take the boss, take out the boss. Hopefully, he's very difficult. I'm actually semi-worried in the back of my head, because I don't believe I feel like I don't always come here this early. Watch out, you freak. I don't believe I always come here this early, and the boss of this area is one of the more difficult bosses in the base game. Yeah, one of the more difficult bosses outside of the DLC. Grandpa Santa, as he's affectionately known. You'll see why if you haven't seen him before, but definitely one of the best bosses in the game. It's a great scrap, a tremendous brawl. Oh, shite. Tear through you, no problem. Yeah, so I meant to say earlier, I mean, you saw me do it, but go and take that guy on the ladder, or I'm assuming it's a girl, who knows, but go and take him out first, because otherwise he'll keep shooting little, like blood-tinged pellets at you, or whatever they are, and it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's just super annoying. So do that first. Yeah, so as you can see, these enemies are really easy to take out. If you just take your time, take them out one by one. Oh, that is so uncalled for. How uncivilized. Alright, let's go. So, if you come around here, you'll see there's actually a chest, or multiple chests in this room, but you're going to go to this chest and get Evelyn, which is the side piece I used in my blood tinge build. I use the Evelyn firearm as my gun of choice. Yeah, you actually need blood tinge requirement of 18, so we will not be equipping Evelyn in this game, but that's what I used as my side firearm. So once again, like we did downstairs, we're gonna run over here and take this creature out, whatever it is, because it's just annoying. I believe there's another one of them in here. Oh, there's a couple of these little swordsmen. Oh, nice, a 2-for-1. Wow, this thing's just get shredded by the, completely shredded by Ludwig's Holy Blade. I feel like when I came here in past playthroughs, I was not taking them out that easily. Let's see, sometimes it could be hard to find every single enemy in this room because there's a lot of, like, little guys just hidden. Alright, so where are you? You're over there somewhere. One of these little things just flicking little blood shots at me. Where are you? You pain in the ass. Not there, that's where we came from. Oh shit. You know what? Might be more useful to do this. Probably just shoot them. Not very nice, not the most honorable way to go. But you are like a little gnat. Actually didn't realize. Oh, I staggered you. I didn't even see you going for. That is not even what I was going for, but that is pretty cool. Get out of here, little gnat. Oh, those things are infuriating. I feel like it's not enemies that do a lot of damage. It's more enemies that just like little pests that are the annoying ones. Alright, I hear one of you crying somewhere. Are you off in the middle here somewhere? Or perhaps are you in another section? Maybe are you upstairs? So that ladder, if you can see here, if you're very intuitive, you can see there's a ladder right there that's downstairs, but there's a wall in the way. You can see it's on top of there, but we are going to go take care of that in a moment. Actually, we're going to go take care of that right now. Oh, here you are. I feel like there's still maybe another one of you in here somewhere. Although I don't see you, so I definitely hear someone crying. I don't know if she's outside though, or oh, you know what? I hear her now, so maybe she's just in the next room. So we're gonna drop down here, grab some quicksilver bullets. You know what? I think that crying is just coming from. I think you could just hear it from the next room over here. Let's see, there you are, friend. Ooh. Not today. Oh, shite. There's another one of you. So these things are super easy and slow to dodge if you just go around behind them. Missed that time. Your wings look like they make for poor flight with your giant head. Alright, so I got this other room with a bunch of these creepy things. You want to be careful, because in here there's actually a couple of them that are holding up their head, and they can stun lock you in place if the AoE catches you. It's not... Oh, I actually got caught by it right there. That's not a big deal, really. Usually, one of them won't even actually get you, but... Wow, this... I think the sharp blade on this just completely shreds them. Yeah, so you don't really want... The thing is, that's not a big deal if there's no one near you, but you don't want that to happen if there's another little... I don't even know what they are. Not witch lady. What do I want to call them? Maid? Or something? It's not a big deal if there's another one, if there's no one around you. But if there's another one near you, then they can definitely inflict some damage. Should be executioner's gloves. Executioner's gloves. I'm not going to be able to demonstrate them because I don't have the right arcane stat, but the executioner's gloves are probably the most valuable hunter, or the most valuable hunter tool if you're going to do an arcane build. They're super OP. I might have to show you guys an arcane build eventually if you haven't done one, or you just want me to show some stuff. But the executioner's gloves are super OP versus amygdala, dark beast parl. There's a couple bosses that they just completely shred through. Let's exit that room, and now you're actually going to drop down over here. Don't fall down there because it's farther than it looks. It looks like you could drop down there, but you cannot. Yeah, it looks like you should be able to jump down there. But first, we actually don't want to go in there. We want to go to the end of this and go grab an item. Just watch out for our friend. Just take him, just get him to come down with your firearm, and just make sure not to fall off the ledge of... Just be careful here, because you definitely don't want to fall off the ledge. Ah. Alright. He has no regard for his own life. Kin cold blood. Shoot, we are riding around with more echoes than I care to lose right now, but it was our decision. But we are coming up to the boss, more or less. So we're just going to go up to where he is, and then I'd like to... I'll hopefully do it as quickly as possible. The run back isn't too shabby, but... So as you can see, that's where we came from. The run back's not too shabby, but... I'll do it as quickly as possible so you guys can either scrub through me running back and forth, or just watch me run back and forth. Hopefully I'll think of something interesting to talk about. I just really do not want to lose 104,000 echoes. Let's see. I feel like there's an item in here somewhere. Maybe a blood chunk. That's going to be my guess. Blood chunk it up. Oh, that's right, you're here. Close enough. I'm assuming. Come on, blood chunk me, baby. I don't really need any bloodstone chunks at this point, because the only weapon I'm using in this playthrough, more or less, is Ludwig's Holy Blade, and it's already maxed out as much as it could be maxed out without a blood rock, so more of any other type of shard aren't really going to do anything for me. At this point, I could technically just level up my firearm if I wanted to, but it's really not necessary because my blood tinge is so low, and I really only have it for parrying purposes. Ooh, a red-eyed freak. I don't really know. I'm trying to remember. What's the difference between red-eyed ones and non-red-eyed ones? Knight's wig. Did I miss anything? Is there anything? Did I miss something over there? Oh, that's where I came from. Oh, there you are. I knew there was something else up here. Oh, there are. I knew there was a few more of you up here. I think this might actually be like the fastest. There's no other item over there. I think this is like the fastest I've ever made it through Cainhurst. Albeit we haven't actually faced the boss yet, which is, you know, the hardest part of Cainhurst. I'm gonna drop down here. I'm going to... I think I'm gonna pump all my... slow and steady. I'm gonna pump all my echoes into... Vitality. Nice. We have a couple kin cold bloods. We should have a crap load of echoes by the time we get back. Alright. Might be one more item on the roof. I can't recall. But we are now more or less at Grandpa Santa. Let's see, is there another item around the corner here? There is. Is this a Bolt Hunter's mark? I fucking knew it. I knew that was a Bolt Hunter. I was thinking there might be some up here. Cool. So, it's actually very clever game design in a way, because it's almost like Miyazaki knew. By the time you get here, he's almost telling you, you might want to go back and use your shit first. Which we're going to oblige him and do. Because I have 106,000 echoes sitting out there. And as many times as I have played Bloodborne and beaten this guy, I am not one of those no-hit run people and have not that much confidence that I'm going to beat him on my first try. It's possible I might, but, you know, it's a 50-50 for sure. Definitely wouldn't bet anything on it. Like I said, definitely one of the cooler bosses in the base game, but definitely also one of the more difficult bosses in the base game. Alright, so let's you go ahead and use, we should have a few items, so a few blood items, so let's see where we end up after this. We should have a really nice outlay going. And we're definitely going to want to put on some some clothes with arcane defense.
Very well.
Because this boss, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alexa, stop. Alexa, leaving notifications left and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, right. Alright, that should help us out quite a bit. I'll feel a lot more comfortable once Vitality... Jesus Christ, Alexa, cool it over there, buddy. Alexa, going. Alexa, trying to give me info left and right. Alright, Vitality, 37. Once Vitality gets to 40... I mean, in a perfect world, you'd have your Vitality at 50 by endgame, especially later parts of the DLC. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we should be. Let's check on the blood gems in a really good spot at least. We haven't looked at blood gems for a long time. Let's see, have I picked up anything in the meantime? What is that down there at the bottom? Oh, that's right. Oh, gotcha, versus beasts. But then I'd have to take a hit. And also that would scale off blood tinge, I believe. Yeah, I think that's Beast Hunter's damp blood. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That would not, but Grandpa Santa is not a beast. Alright, I guess we don't... Oh, wait. Oh, what is this? What do I have on right now? I have plus 12 skill scaling. Or do I want a physical attack up 9.5, physical up near death 3.6? My actual physical attack stat would be much higher than this, even though... See, this is the sort of stuff where I'm like so not that knowledgeable about. No matter how many times I play this game, I'm just like, why is... Oh, because this is not by percentage. Oh, gotcha. Oh, so that's plus 12 total. So I think what that means is it adds literally plus 12 to my skill. So now that I'm actually looking at it, does that mean that my skill, which is currently sitting at 31, does that mean if I have that on, it's at 43? Please someone tell me, because blood gems, no matter how many times I play this game, just confuse the crap out of me. And then this is a flat percentage, so that's why. I wonder what that comes out to, though. Is taking the plus 12, is that better off than getting this plus 274? I'm gonna look like such a noob, but I feel like I want to... Okay, this is the problem. So this is at plus 250 and that plus 12. Is that plus 250 stat? Is that already factoring in that plus 12? Let's see, if I changed it, it would tell me. So that's, if I put this on, it would bump me to plus 12. Okay, so I think you just want to go... I think I'm trying to overcomplicate it. I think you just want to, you know what, I'm just going to make it easy and go with whatever the highest, whatever makes the blue number, whatever puts me at the highest numbers that I'm looking at on the screen, instead of trying to over complicate it. Or some of you are probably laughing at me right now. But I swear to God, the blood gems confuse the crap out of me to this day. Raises HP. Let's go. We might want to go for extra blood vials in this round. I feel like I usually run low on blood. Let's go for the let's go to try to survive with extra blood. So we have we're gonna go high HP. I think that's good. I don't think we get 27 blood vials. Nope, we still need another communion rune. I think that's a pretty good. I think that's gonna do us pretty well for the time being, though. Let's see. I think I'm going to be using a fire paper on him. I think he's weaker to fire, or I think he's weaker to bolt paper. There is this thing called the internet where we could look it up. But for now, I think we're going to be good either way. Let's go ahead and put on, like I said, you're going to want to put on your highest arcane, whatever gives you the highest arcane defense. So just look at, obviously, the number that says arcane, and then just put on whatever the highest number is. Let's see. Sorry I'm taking so much time in the Hunter's Workshop. I just haven't looked at a lot of this stuff right now. Let's see. Or I just want to be set. I just want to be really set for this boss because he's pretty difficult. White church hat. Alright. Bit of a goofy outfit, but it's going to do what we needed to do. Let's just buy. Let's buy a couple. Let's just buy maybe. Yeah. Keep those for later. I'm saving them for later. And also, what we should do. So let's just go straight. Let's just go fire paper. Actually, you know what? I'm sticking with my gut. Let's go with bolt paper. You might actually be strong to bolt and fire since you have such high arcane. But do not take my word for that. I'd look that up. Let's go to Isefka's and chuck that on. Alright, we should be good to go. Let's see, is it in this headstone? Yes, it is. Forsaken Castle Cainhurst. There's actually only the one bloodstone, or the one lamp pre-boss, but we opened enough shortcuts that we'll be able to make our way back. Whew, this episode's at 47 minutes. I'd like to keep it under an hour. Pressure's on to take out Grandpa Santa on the first try. So now, we can make our way to the right over here because we opened the shortcut. That elevator that went down earlier is right here. Come down. I never really looked over. Are there any items down that way? I don't think so. It's more of those weird snakes. Or does that loop around from that side? I think that's the same. I don't think there's anything else over there. I think we got everything in this area. I think we pretty much exhausted Castle Cainhurst. Alright, so you might take a couple hits in this room. Just do your best. You should be able to avoid all of them, but this annoying guy over there is going to shoot his little blood tinge things at you. Which, don't worry about it, it doesn't do it. You could run up, take him out, then go up here if you want, but he's really not going to do much damage to you that you have to. So, yeah, the boss run is not too bad. It gets to be a little monotonous if it takes you a few tries to defeat him, but once or twice, it's not that bad. Alright, but the pressure is on to defeat you on the first try. Alright, behold one of the better bosses in the game. His timing on his third phase gets a little weird. His first phase isn't too bad. Shoot, we're going to be two-handing this. And there's a part in the second phase that we probably want our firearm out to shoot a sword that he's going to stab in the ground. And behold, kind of a cool cutscene. Alright, son. We got this. Come on, Billy Badass. Ooh, my hands are sweating. Alright, come on. MARTYR LOGARIUS. Alright, so that thing, you might want to just kind of dodge behind one of those. That one's not too hard to dodge. He's gonna try to spam you. What a noob. Alright, he's just gonna keep spamming that. Let's make our way closer to him. Put the pressure on. Let's put some pressure on. Oh, stagger, son. Stagger, my son. Let's see, is he already in phase 2? What? Did I not hit that? Alright, so you actually want to shoot this. Shit. Oh, come on. Holy crap, that is... Oof. I think that is the easiest I have ever taken him out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with that. Ooh, we took a good amount of damage towards the end there. Darn it, the first half of the run I was flying through. And then I took more damage than I wanted to in the second half. Jesus, not gonna lie guys, I'm pretty happy with that. I've never really taken him out that quickly before. Anyway, I think the key, honestly, if I'm looking at it, so you want to throw on this Crown of Illusions that we just picked up and kind of run in this general direction. I think the key was I got really up in his face and just kept the pressure on and kept taking him out and didn't give him time to keep doing his magic crapola. And it also helps that I'm using the Ludwig blade. Let's not get too crazy. But yeah, that went much better than expected. Cool, well that makes that easier. So this episode will definitely be under 1 hour. First we're just going to go ahead and go to the secret chamber of the palace. By the way, earlier in the episode I was talking about blood tinge weapons. The blood tinge weapon I used for my blood tinge build and cosplayed the Vile Bloods was the Chikage, which is a sweet weapon. I don't necessarily recommend using it if you're new to Bloodborne, but if you've done a playthrough or two and you're looking for something else to do, I highly recommend I feel like there's a lamp in here somewhere. Where's that lamp? There it is. I actually never noticed this lamp till very recently. I never noticed it before because I was like, why would there be a lamp in here? There's one right out there. And it kind of blends in with the carpet. I don't know, maybe I'm just blind, but I never noticed it before. Yeah, the Chikage is a really fun build if you're looking for something new to try. So that is an unopened summons. And if you go ahead and look at it, what does this unopened summon say? Alright, it just says it's another summons. not very exciting. So that's actually going to be for our friend Alfred.
Visitor.
Visitor, moon-scented hunter.
Scented hunter. I am Annalise.
So this is the Queen Annalise. So she has a couple weird little storylines that you could play around with, none of which are honestly very eventful.
What is it thou art in search?
Just swear oath to the bile blood so that you can get the covenant, as it were. I know it's not really a covenant, but the bloodborne equivalent of the covenant.
Tired, share in our plight. If thou would, I prithee.
Swear a vile blood oath, because you do want that rune.
Corrupt.
And we do like spreading corruption.
That we too.
Corruption and the Cainhurst badge. Respect. You could offer blood drags. I don't think we have any. I think you can get some blood drags in
We await for the honor.
the DLC, in the Hunters, Old Hunters DLC.
Arrant.
She gets mad if you come up here and try to talk. What, son? I'll sit on your throne. What, son? You bend the knee.
Vile meal.
You kneel, lady. So anyway, she will... There's a couple weird storylines you could do with her. Yeah, she gets pissed if you come up here. So we're going to go ahead and give that summons to Alfred at a later point. And then there's a couple other things I'm going to show you as we go that you could play around with. But I think that's going to be a good place to stop for now because we're at about an hour. We took out a boss. Like I said, I'm pretty surprised how well that went, to be honest. The second, I'm a little disappointed because the first 60 to 70% in my head, I was like, holy crap, I am spanking MARTYR LOGARIUS right now. I can't believe how well this is going. And then he kind of caught me with some damage in the second half, but I'd say it was a good brawl. In the next episode, probably going to be making our way to... maybe the Nightmare of Mentis, unless I'm missing something offhand right now. We're going to eventually fight the Bloody Coro of Cainhurst, the Old Hunters DLC, and we're going to make our way, at some point as well, to the Upper Cathedral Ward and face the Celestial Emissary, as well as Ebrietas. So... and other than that, we're coming down the home stretch here. We're definitely on the last quarter of the game or so. Like I said, if you guys have any idea for what I should play next, I'm still trying to figure that out. Like I said, heard someone mention Skyrim. I might do The Witcher to get ready for Cyberpunk, just because I never really thoroughly played The Witcher before. And I doubt I would go back after Cyberpunk, so I could bang that out. We'll see. Any suggestions are appreciated. Have a good night, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.